too if I can.
We're
You
live.
pay attention.
See
We're
the
live.
first one that chimes in. Yeah, it says, I think it's, live. Yep.
Live.
See
Bam.
who's the first one to chime in tonight.
Dude, you better not give away my hat tonight. This hat's like 1 in a million limited edition. You can't give away my hats tonight.
1 in a million. We got 2-1. Who's the first one? Chris,
Sean, Jim Hudgens.
Sean, Jim, Michael Fay.
Michael Fay.
What's up, everybody?
Let's see here.
Ron,
you're getting ready to head out west, brother.
Nah, Ron Temple.
Oh, my bad. Wrong Ron. Sorry, Ron.
Tyler.
Unless you're heading out west, too.
Caitlin.
Oh, man. We're up high, rocking real high.
Chris is on. Everybody's killing it.
Yeah. Let me finish sharing stuff here, man. We're gonna bring a lot of people on to this one. I'm excited for this. Dave and I've been sitting here for the past 30 minutes going through the pictures of our guest here and all of her celebrity contacts.
Yeah.
She's got more pictures with Dave's Myron family than he does. All right. Well, do you think we should probably bring the camera down here so everyone can see my face, or what?
We got Jim. We got Jake trying to be like Tim Allen. Hey neighbor.
Oh,
he's peeking over the fence.
Painful to sit there and look at it.
Just call him in the comments tonight.
Oh. No, Sean just coming as Jake doing the show from the bridge of his nose up tonight. Oh, man. I feel like I should. I look like a thumb, dude. Oh, man. Dude, we got a couple people to thank here.
Yeah.
You got to share that picture you sent me here today.
Give a big shout out to one of our sponsor, Jim Hudgens. I'm sorry, my bad. He's sending some rubs to give out.
I'm sorry, Jim.
FCA competitions. We're stoked for that. Check him out.
Yeah, we got a shipment sent to Dave. Any competition Q chat's at, mainly Dave's at because you got the shipment. If you want to try the rub, we'll let you try it. Hook you up with some. We are proud to represent Jim here on the East Coast.
Another big shout out to Booster Barbecue. Check them out for all your barbecue needs. They do have the Argosipi combo.
There we go. Use QChat 10% off. Also, real quick, I need to put a rumor to sleep here. Tyler's trying to start crapping the comments because he's not tied. He's not tied down tonight, so I'm guessing he's able to chat with us. My nickname back in the day was not Little Hedgie because I had a clean face. It was Little Hedgie because I spiked my hair, so it looked spiky like a hedgehog. So everyone called me Little Hedgie. But now I got a clean face, and I guess
you got Little Hedgie, you got Little RackWrecker.com.
Dude, this is the Rack Wrecker look, man. When I was Rack Wrecker, this is what it was. I was working at Chick-fil-A by day, Rack Wrecker by night. That's what it was.
Oh, shoot. All right.
Man. We got a really awesome guest here tonight. We got Princess Rylee Wright coming on the show. The Steak Princess. Man, we're gonna spend all the time talking about her celebrity contacts more than anything. But let's bring her on here.
Lord.
Hey, Rylee, how are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We're good. We're good. Thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. I'm glad to be on it.
Absolutely. Well, Rylee, it's kind of no secret that you are probably the youngest person out here competing on like the biggest circuit of barbecue in the air out here in the nation. Is that not right?
I think I am. I think there's a lot that are like around my age too.
How old are you, Rylee?
14.
Jeez, Pete. I thought I was young when I was 18 and I started doing this. Wow, that's nothing. 14 years old. That's crazy. So where are you from? How did you get into barbecue?
I'm from Sonoya, Georgia, and I got into barbecue by watching my dad do it because he started doing like GBA comps. Like I'm not sure like the year or anything, but like a while before I started and everything, and I started to enjoy going to them and everything, so I wanted to start doing them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, did you start cooking in the backyard? Did you start in kids' queue? I mean, what
I
did you do?
started doing SCA when I was 11, and from there on, I just kept doing them because where we're from, there's like not very many kids queues. Like kids queues just started to get big, like in the Alabama, Florida, Georgia area. So we couldn't really like get me to any kids queues under our driving time range or anything. So I just did I just cooked under my mom's name until they changed the age to 13. And then I started doing backyard barbecue, I think in 2019 for KCBS.
Okay.
So you could beat your mom's name to slipping under it. That's awesome. So how many did your mom's name win? How many did you win under her name?
I placed a few, but the first comp I won was in Sims, Alabama, at the Girl Fest under my own name, but I never won any under my mom's name.
Okay. That's funny awesome. If your mom got to go to the world finals because of you. That's funny. So you got into cooking steaks. I guess when you were 11, that's 3 years ago, and you've been cranking it out ever since then. You do backyard as well, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which one's your favorite?
Like competition?
Yeah.
For steak, it's definitely the Shed and Down South Grill Fest are two of my favorites. And then KCBS, I've only done a few of them, but we had one in our like hometown area, which was pretty fun. And then, but I really liked the one in Montgomery, Alabama, which I did last year.
Okay. Which would you like more, steak or KCBS?
Probably steak, I would say. Barbecue has a lot more like work to it, so steak's just a lot easier to like do.
Absolutely. So what are you cooking on, Rylee?
It depends on what I want to cook on that weekend. I never really know sometimes, but for steak, I usually use the C4 or the PK. And then for barbecue, I use the Grilla Girls pellets and then sometimes a drum and stuff.
Okay.
So you dabble between the pellets and the drums. Do you use both at one competition? Like, do you do one meat on the drum, one meat on the pellet? Do you start on the drum, go to the pellet? How do you work with that?
If it's just, because usually backyard's just chicken and ribs. So if it's just chicken and ribs, I do chicken on the chimp and then ribs on the silverback. But then if there's pork in it, I cook the pork on the drum smoker.
Okay. Awesome. And you got into, cooking. Were you always interested in cooking, or did you get into it around 11? How'd you get into barbecue and cooking?
I always loved like baking and everything with my mom and all that. And then I always watched my dad cook when I was younger. So I think all that had like a big influence on me wanting to compete.
That's awesome.
I got my first grill I got was a Big Green Egg, and I got it at 8. So.
Yeah, go on. What size Big Green Egg? What did you get?
It was a small.
Okay, that's really cool. So you also have your own seasoning as well, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, and you were kind enough to send Dave and I some. Dave got his before I did, and but we're really excited to try that out and see, if maybe we can win with it up here as well.
Yeah, I hope so. We've never been to any comps up there.
Yeah, you have to come up here and, everyone, apparently everyone in Arcasippy, Tennessee, Georgia area is coming for saw blades this year. So you have to find a way up on that convoy. Because I know Jim Hutchins is coming up. I need to find there's some other people coming up here for saw blades.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people coming out with their seasonings right now. So I hope mine will stay in there and kind of stick it up,
Absolutely. So how did you get into making your own seasoning?
One of our friends reached out to me after one of my comps, and he said, since I have been doing so well competing, he said it was time for me to make an even bigger name for myself and come up with my own rubs. And this was about February of last year. So I wasn't really I still had school and everything. So I didn't have much time to do anything. And then when COVID hit, my school was like, if you're good with your grades, then you don't have to like do anything, like you don't have to do any work or anything. So the whole time while I was off, I was always making seasonings and playing with recipes while my parents were at work.
Right.
That's awesome.
That is great.
That's really cool. Really cool.
So when you do a lot of the steak competition, do you do a lot of the ancillaries in there with it?
Every now and then we do. If it's like some that's like seems really complicated, I don't usually do it. But most of the time, if I want to do it, I try to do one every now and then.
I got you. That's cool though.
Yeah, I'm looking through here some of your ancillary turn-ins. Oh, what? Okay, it says that the hashtag that kind of sticks out to me more than anything is deep fried. What are these here?
Oh, those were I think those were deep. They were deep fried chocolate stuffed strawberries. It was
Oh my gosh.
and we stuffed them with like cream cheese stuff, like a cheesecake filling almost. And then I had like a pancake batter thing and made it had a chocolate pancake batter thing, and I deep fried them once we got there.
Oh my!
They look fantastic.
Yeah, that's insane. I would have definitely gotten that one that would definitely been first place in my book. And here, check it. These look really good here too. What bacon?
Those are bacon wrapped. They were candied bacon wrapped peaches, and that was like a full on last minute thing. Like we had like no idea we were going to do it. We had already signed up for like 2 other ancillaries. And we had peaches. We brought peaches to some of our friends that we stay with, and I was like, "Can we just do something with the peaches?" And it was like a bacon ancillary, and I asked my mom if we could just like add it on real quick, and they ended up placing second out of all of our 3 entries.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness!
They look good too. Shoot.
Yeah, and this is
It's a jalapeno, cream corn, and a cornbread bowl.
What?
Oh my goodness! And then there's bacon bread pudding.
Yeah, it's a bacon bourbon. It's like bacon bourbon bread pudding.
Oh man, my arteries are clogging just looking at this. It's delicious. That's really cool. So, do you come up with all your own seasonings? Is your mom, your own, recipes like that? Or does your mom help you out with those, or is it a team effort, or are you just like Martha Stewart out here slinging it?
It's usually a team effort. The cream corn recipe is hers, and then the bread pudding stuff, that's like a mix of a thing that we added some things into it, and we got it from Malcolm Reed's website.
Oh, is that his corn salad? The recipe for that? Is Malcolm Reed's corn salad?
No, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got excited. I use his corn salad recipe. That stuff's delicious. But no, Dave, what was that you put up there, Dave? Ask Jake about the last dessert he turned in a comp. Yeah, no, we're not going to ask about that one.
Go ahead. Why not?
Tyler and I, you talking? We took whole donuts. We just threw them on the grill, warmed them up. We dumped strawberries and whipped cream on top of them. It was mandatory to do that ancillary, and it was a train wreck. I'll have to see if I can even find pictures of it. It was so embarrassing.
Where was it? When was that?
That was at a competition they used to do. It was a 4-meat backyard competition in Westminster, Maryland. So about an hour from my house. It was a lot of fun. We got to hang out with Howard Poole quite a bit that weekend. That was a lot of fun.
Plum crazy.
But yeah, plum crazy. So Rylee, that's insane. So how did you came up with the rubs just playing when your parents were at work? Did you just buy a whole bunch of meat and just keep grilling and make steaks for everyone and for lunch, or what?
Well, most of the time we went for all the spices, we got like 15 different websites full of spices and have like a full cabinet full of like all kinds of different spices. And most of the time I tried it out of hand. And if I didn't like it out of hand, I didn't think I would like it on any type of like meat or anything. So I would always just keep playing with it until I found like one of my recipes that I like really liked, and I would put it on meat and see how I liked it.
That's awesome. So how many times did it take you to come up with your first seasoning?
The beef one took about 2 recipes for me to like finalize it, and then the sweet one took about 3 or 4.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. So ours is the sweet one. The sweet one's your second one, correct?
Yes, sir.
So is that kind of like a base off the beef one? Are they 2 different entities, or how do you cook with them?
They're 2 different ones. The sweet I usually use on ribs and chicken and pork. We have a pork and barbecue. And then beef, I'll use we've had a lot of friends use it on brisket, and Morgan Cheek did really well with it on brisket. And then it's done well in GBA when Mr. Kerry Chastain used it on a pork loin. It was like 4th place, the sweet one. And then, so it's done well in like tons of different like fields of it.
That's
So
awesome.
you just casually name drop like Morgan Cheek. He's down there dominating the backyard like it's nothing. Oh yeah, Morgan Cheek uses it and does really well with it. Like, you Pete. I'm living in the wrong state for barbecue, man. So you like those on steak? Now, what do you use your beef on your steak, or do you use a little bit of combo of both? What do you use on your steak?
I use the beef on the steak, and then I usually use White Lightning and Wicked Pig.
Okay.
And then for the sweet, I just stick with it for barbecue because we haven't really played around with it as much as the beef, because the beef is like, you can put it on vegetables. Like we've done it in potatoes. Mom's put it on sandwiches. Like we've done like tons of different things with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, here you you said you have some spices. That kind of definitely does it. I mean, I have like a shelf in my kitchen that I get yelled at for being too cluttered. That is a kitchen.
We have like 3 cabinets in the kitchen that's full, a cabinet in our pantry, and then a cabinet where we keep like all our pots and pans and everything that's all filled with rubs. That's
awesome. I'm so jealous. And now, is that all for like testing and, comparing for new rubs and all, or are you?
A lot of them we've gotten from like giveaways or things at like competitions and stuff, and like goodie bags. And then a lot of them are like some we have bought. So sometimes I'll try and like compare and be sure like my sweet rub wasn't too similar to like Keith Ryle's rub or something. So that way I wasn't trying to like copy off theirs or something almost.
Right. Yeah. Good call. That's awesome. Wow. This is so cool. We got to go back here and we got to change thing up a little bit. We got to ask who is your most favorite celebrity that you've met so far? We've got everything from Myron to Diva Q to Cosmo to Brad from the Shed, who you said the flowers are from behind you.
Yes.
Like you've met everyone.
Johnny Joseph.
Who's the baseball player, Dave? Are you
Bo Jackson?
Bo Jackson.
Yeah, where was Bo Jackson at? Where did you see him at?
We saw him at World Foods in 2018.
Wow. Nobody knows like Bo. He's a trip. That's awesome now. Yeah, we were sliding through and seeing all these people. I'm like, Dad, go on. Jake's jealous.
I really am. I really am. Like going through here. I mean, you the World Food Championship, and then you were at the World Steak Championship last year, weren't you?
Yes, sir, I was.
So how you got your gold ticket for that? Tell us about your competition where you got the gold ticket.
We were there because they had the ladies queue, so me and my mom wanted to go there and do the ladies queue and everything. So I did the ladies queue and the normal steak with like everyone. And they called ladies queue first, and I was sitting there, and my cousin plays football for Kentucky. So I was sitting there watching him play football. Like that whole time I hadn't been paying attention to awards at all. And all of a sudden they called my number, and I like had no clue. Like I was full on like amazed, had no clue about it. And I just went up there and was like so excited because I'd never won my golden ticket or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the second one, when I won it, I had just hung up the phone with my grandmother thinking like, oh, I did so well in the first one. I'm like, there's that, like, I was probably like last in the next one, you know? And I was out there, just ended the phone with my grandmother. And then I was texting one of my friends telling her that I just won one. And then I gave my ticket to my mom because I didn't even have it with me. And my mom was holding it. And all of a sudden she heard the number called and I wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden I saw her freaking out. And I was like, what? And she said, I just won it. And I was like, no way. Like, full on blown. Like, it was crazy.
So you didn't win one. You won both at the double.
Yes, sir.
You need to hold my ticket, Jake.
Yeah, I know.
Try something different.
I know. We need to hold those tickets. We're going to do it now. You're going to hold my ticket. I'm going to hold yours.
Man.
Like, I also did those cooks on both, like, 2 different grills. I cooked the ladies' Q on the C4 and then the original on the PK.
Daggone.
She's rubbing it in.
I know. She's like, I didn't cook on one grill. I cooked on 2 different grills. They were offering 2 different recipes as well.
What's your charcoal of choice?
Jealous Devil, the Max briquettes for like the PK and the C4 and all that. And then for the drum, I use the Jealous Devil lump.
Okay.
Oh man. I'm blown away. So what are last year, you know, COVID kind of hit with everything, all of it changed plans up for everyone. You know, how did COVID, other than, you know, school, how did COVID change up everything with you and your competition plans this year?
For last year, it was kind of like our first month and first 2 months, we had nothing. And we had some like really big comps and plans that we had that month that we didn't get to happen. And then same thing with this year. A lot of them have like changed and everything because, you know, a lot of people like don't want to get out there and do them sometimes, but then like other people do. So it's just kind of weird because like a lot of good comps are having to be canceled because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few this year has already been canceled with us. I mean, it seems like a lot of people are delaying this year on seeing if they're going to have them or not.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, Rylee, I got to ask this. Being 14 years old, being in school and all, when people like teachers and, you know, other students like ask like, what's your hobby? And like you tell them like you're like a grand champion barbecue and steak cook. Like, how do people react to that?
Most of my friends know, like a lot of my good friends know that I cook so much. But most of my teachers have no clue I do it.
Really?
Yes, sir. Like only like 2 of my teachers know about it.
Wow.
Like, a teacher can just be like, you know, just having a bad day and like, you know, just being a mean teacher. And then all of a sudden, you know, you just think like, you know, she probably just sat at home with her cats all weekend and you were out there just like winning cash all weekend long, you know, hanging out with Myra mixing. Like, that's crazy. That's so funny. So what are your plans for 2021? What do you hope to accomplish this year?
I don't know. I just want to get out and compete because I don't really have any like big things I want to do really. I mean, I want to do well at World Steak this year because I have the opportunity to compete in it this year.
Okay.
I want to do well at the Shed too. But then other than that, I don't really think there's like a big thing that I want to get done.
Really? You've kind of done it all, or you just went with the breeze?
I just kinda like,
You've accomplished more in your 3 years in your career than I have in mine. So, wow, that's funny. So you're not, you know, are you signed up for any competitions this year other than World Foods and the Steak?
I'm signed up. Have already signed up for the Shed.
Okay, and the Shed.
And then we're going to Johnny Joseph's class in Florida this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
I'm not sure what we have. The Bama Q is doing a few comps, so we're gonna try and go to those too.
Are you gonna try to be on the show?
I've been on one of the episodes before. I did wings. I did Kids Q wings with Shane Draper's son.
Oh, that's right. I do remember seeing that. That was all. Yeah, I do remember kind of seeing that. I'll have to look up that episode. But little do they know that you're coming out this year and you're competing full bore with the pros. You're going up against all of them. Watch out, Chester.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I'm scrolling through your photos, and it's so cool to see what you're doing. I mean, and being an insane representative for the sport, and bringing people in, young people, into the cooking scene. That's so daggone cool. So cool.
I love doing it. It's so much fun.
Who do you look up to in it? I mean, I know your parents are a big influence in your life for it and everything like that, but with all the people that you've met over the years you've been doing it, I mean, who do you really look up to and as an influence on you for it?
Oh gosh.
That's a good question.
Definitely Malcolm's one of them. He's because he's like been real good with me and my parents. He's like a big sponsor of ours too. So he's like provided a lot of things and helped us with some stuff.
Definitely. He's a good dude.
Yes, sir. I don't really know, because a lot of the people I meet, they're all really nice and everyone's willing to help me out. Like not one person has ever told me I'm not I won't help you out or anything. Like everyone's just really chill out about it. And if I ask for some advice or something, they're all willing to give it to me.
Good deal.
That's awesome. That's really cool. What are your goals in barbecue? What do you accomplish? Do you want to be, Diva Q? Do you want to have a TV show, or you just want to kind of kick back and take names in the competition circuit?
I do want to be able to do well in barbecue and kind of inspire people like Diva has, because she's had a real big impact too, because she's one of the few ladies out there that does barbecue and everything. So she's really good with all that. So I kind of want to make a name for myself like she has.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Do you want to do barbecue professionally? Is that your goal as a career to do?
Kind of, because I love brisket. Brisket is one of my favorite things to eat. I've never cooked it, but it's one of my favorite things to eat. So I really want to be able to learn how to do it good and everything. My dad is so good at doing brisket too. So
would you say you wanted to own a restaurant, or what would you want to do with that?
I don't really know for sure. I know I want to, when I get older, I know I do want to do something that involves cooking, but I don't know if, I would want my own restaurant or not.
Okay. That's
You ever
awesome.
think about doing any steak classes or anything?
Me and my dad have done one, and I think it was about a year or two ago, maybe. We had a few people there, and there's a comp the next week or two after, and I think 2 out of the 5-6 people that came to our class placed in that comp, so we were real happy about that.
That's really cool. That's really cool. What here's a good question we like to ask a lot of people. What would you say your biggest learning failure was? What was the biggest thing that biggest in your eyes, the biggest failure that you learned a lot of from barbecue?
I think definitely overcooking and not cooking it enough for stuff or over seasoning. I've been really bad at over seasoning even steaks, chicken, ribs and everything, so it just leaves it with an authentic I don't really know. I learn from everything that I do. I try and I change up recipes most of the time every week. I never can stick to the exact same thing. I've never been good at that at all.
Okay.
So with Jake and I talk about it all the time. Practice, practice, practice. How often do you practice?
Well, for steak, I had we used to practice once every week, and then we stopped for a good time because I don't like eating steak at all anymore, just from doing it so much. You just don't want it.
That's me. I'll practice and it's take a little bite, I'm done. It's dang, I hate wasting it though.
Yeah. So the first practice we had done for steak was right before the Down South Grill Fest that I won. So it really, really does help, truly. And then barbecue, we do it. We try to do it once a month or something. Just try and get it in before a barbecue comp or something.
Yeah, just in your chicken practice.
Yes, sir. My chicken, I struggle with chicken. It's so hard.
Yeah, that's everyone's biggest struggle there is chicken. But that's crazy cool.
You prefer thighs? Have you done drums?
I've done drums for pork. I've used it once. I'm gonna be sponsored by Chicken drums? Oh, I've done that once. I have done that. I haven't done it like I did it at my first one, and I did okay with them, but I started doing chicken thighs because I saw that's what like most people had used.
I gotcha.
No, but continue on. You're gonna be sponsored by who for your drums?
If you're allowed, you don't have to say if you don't.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to put it out there now.
It's Cotton Gin Smokers. I found out that I would be sponsored by them.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. They got nice smokers. I do like their drums. They have some nice looking drums. I looked at it. I was looking at theirs. Yeah, they're really nice.
Yes, sir. We saw them first at one of the like open stores down in like Play with Fire barbecue store.
Okay.
Went to their opening, and Tribal Fire and Cotton Gin were both there.
Nice. Yeah, they're nice. Really nice smokers.
That's really cool. Here's something really pretty cool. You were on the cover of the National Barbecue News here this year.
Yes, sir.
This month. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Wow. You went from being on a magazine cover to being on Q Chat. Sorry for a little bit of a downfall there. I do apologize. But no, that's so cool. Yeah. I gotta put this up here. This is probably the most beautiful box I've ever seen in my life. That is so cool.
Thank you. I did those at Mark Lambert's comp in Bahalia during November.
Wow. What are the roses made out of?
They're made out of apples. It was Miss Holly that Jubaru that had done those because they had done a whole hog ancillary that comp, which was like the first whole hog ancillary they had ever done. So she had some of those made and everything. So I wanted to I asked her if I could use some, and she let me use some of those.
That's really cool. Yeah, here's some of the whole hog pictures. It's actually funny. All your pictures are so nice looking, and then there's one that says it's blocked for sensitive content. And I looked at it, it's just a pig head. Tag on weird. But yeah, that's so cool.
Was that that Lambert's thing he had, that pig road or pig thing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Dave, what are some of the old school questions that we haven't asked in a while? I think we've plowed through them quite a bit.
I don't know. I don't even know where they're at.
That's all good.
My bad.
That's all good. Rylee, what's your favorite memory so far from your barbecue career?
I don't know. I would say definitely winning that one. It'll be like a memory forever that I'll always know. And probably the shed comps. Those comps, they're so fun because they do so many Mr. Brad and Miss Brooke and all them. They always do so many different things and get everyone together. It's just so fun and just such a fun environment and everything.
It's definitely on Jake and ours bucket list.
Oh yeah, we're planning to go this year in April for it.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to get down there and do that and do the ribs as well. Are you gonna do ribs down there too, or are you just there to cook steak?
I usually do ribs and turkey both. When I go, the first year we went, I ended up placing third in turkey. And then I haven't done well in ribs down there. And then last year I did pretty good in turkey too, I think. I don't quite remember though.
That's funny. Is this your teammate here with you?
That's Mr. Carey's dog. We had just gone out to go get dinner because I didn't want steak for dinner. And he was sitting over there wanting some food. So I had to give him some of it.
That's too funny. He was waiting too.
Yeah, he knew he was going to get something.
That's funny. That's a good pick.
So, all right. Well, Rylee, Dave, you got anything else for her?
Yeah, I'm popping this up. I need to find you. Where are you at in this picture? Oh, my bad. This whole screen thing, I hate, Jake. We got to figure that out.
Oh, I know. Our screen thing changed. Holy smokes.
Where are you at?
I know exactly where I am. I'm in the almost the very back almost. If you I don't know the exact spot, but it's we're towards the very back, and then I have on a tie-dyed sweatshirt, and I'm standing almost right next to my parents, and it's right at the end of the last table all the way back.
Right at the end of the last table, all the way back. Other way, Dave.
I see Garrett.
Yeah,
Rolf.
there's Rolf. Is he going the? Yeah, I don't know.
Is it on the left side?
It's on the right. The right side.
Right. Look, we're all squinting.
Jim's in the picture too.
I don't see you. You sure you were there?
Yes.
Oh man!
Look at all them people. How many people were there?
There was like 180 cooks there for Steak A. Steak B, there was a few less because not everyone cooked both, but Steak A was almost 200 cooks.
Wow.
Here's Mr. Ronald Burns. I mean, John Lindsay. Sorry, John, if you're on. That's a lot of people there.
That is crazy.
Yeah, we got to do that, Jake. That's a bucket list.
That is definitely a bucket list for sure.
Fire up the trailer. We're dragging it down.
It's so much fun. Y'all definitely.
I just want to go there, period. That's why. Anyway, we can kill two birds with one stone. Definitely. Oh, I see you. There they are. Is it a blue with a tie-dye?
Yes, sir.
Bam! I found it, Jake. You lose.
All right, I'm gonna get you when we head out to the American Royal. I'm getting you some Where's Waldo coloring books, and we can. I'll keep you entertained for a while.
I'm down.
Oh man! All right, Rylee. Well, where can people find you on social media? Where can they follow your journey?
You can follow me on Instagram at steak_princess, and then I'm on Facebook, which I think it's just Steak Princess, and then my personal is Rylee Steak Princess Ryght.
Okay, and then you have a YouTube too, don't you?
Yes, sir. It's Steak Princess Barbecue, I think. My dad posts all the videos, so I don't know the exact thing, but it's Steak Princess Barbecue.
And you got a website too, right?
Yes, sir. It's steakprincessbarbecue.com.
Check her out. Get some rubs.
And last but not least, where can people get your rubs? Steakprincessbarbecue.com, and where else?
You can get them in Sharpsburg. You can get them at TLC Farm to Fork. These are all mainly in like our hometown, and then one in downtown Noonan, which is Ace Beer Growlers, and then one Bama Barbecue Supply, which is online, and then Pinch a Penny Pool and Spa down in St. Augustine, St. John's, Florida, and then How to Barbecue Right's website too.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
That's so cool. So, all right. Well, Rylee, thank you so much for coming on the show and chatting with us. We'll have to have you back on at the end of the year to see, how 2021 went for you. And, we'll definitely be posting pictures of our cooks with your steak rub. And thank you again so much for sending that to us.
No problem. Thank y'all for having me on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure. So we'll let you go here, and we'll talk to you here in a little bit.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Dude, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, she's got more athletes than we do.
I know. It's
combined. That's fantastic, though. I mean, it's great to see young kids come up into it and things like that.
Absolutely, for sure.
Get a little Jake out there soon.
That's right.
Little Jiggy, little thumbprint,
dude.
Little hedgy coming out. That's what we're going to name.
That's right. So, guys, next week we got a pretty fun show. Tiffany Patrick Smith came to us, and she wants to do a ladies panel. So she is having on six different, I think six ladies on, and they're going to be chatting about all kinds of stuff in barbecue and ladies in barbecue. I know they got Angel Todd's going to be on, Kenzie Lou Q. Crap. I don't really know off the top of my head who else is going to be on here, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're excited for it. So we are going to jump off here. Again, thanks to Boost Your Barbecue, Big Jim Hudgens. Check us out on Spotify and iTunes. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week. Thank you.